Hello everyone, Marcelo is my name. I'm the niche fragrance collector and I love Parfumerie.
And I'm Josh, the aromatic kid, and I love these perfumes.
What you want, what you need. Gotta take all you get, my love, cause you know it don't come for free. Hey, yeah, what you want, gotta get what you need. Gotta take all you get, my love, cause you know it.
Over the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about a number of different creeds.
Yep.
I have a fairly extensive Creed collection. I am a big Creed fan.
So am I. So I'm a big Creed fan also now. I think Creed is an awesome lineup when you're beginning into the niche scene. You know, niche can be kind of a scary name or a scary label to put on certain things. Niche also means like unique and kind of exotic. But I think Creed's very welcoming fragrance to that niche scene.
Sometimes what happens is niche perfumery can be very adventurous when it comes to the fragrances. But that's the beauty of it, the fact that they're using some more complex oils, or that they're combining in such a way that is completely different. Like take Amouage, for instance. They love using resinoids and incense-like qualities to it. However, sometimes you find that some niche fragrances can be a little bit like, whoa, I'm not quite ready for that yet. I find that the Creeds, if you're new to niche as a genre, the Creeds are really accessible. They're fairly instantly appealing. There is a, you'll find something in the lineup that you're gonna instantly fall in love with. One of the biggest dogs in the field when it comes to Creed is Aventus. Now, most people have heard of Aventus. However, today I wanna put forward Aventus Cologne as actually a contender to the king of the one that has the crown, which is Aventus. I think Aventus Cologne is probably better than actual Aventus itself. But before we go there, I lent this man Viking, and Viking can be polarizing. So some people really love it, and some people are like, nah, not so much. What were your thoughts on it?
So for the time I had it, I really come to love it. It's got a great spicy kind of feeling to it. It does have that kind of cinnamon kind of spicy smell to it, which I do like, which is kind of different from the other ones.
I always find the opening is bizarre. I mean, when I have to, all cards on the table, I did not like Viking from the beginning. And actually, my son fell in love with Viking very quickly, and I was like, you're crazy. and actually, I thought you just like because it's Creed,
Yeah, but it does have a unique opening.
Absolutely.
Unique whether you like it or not. The dry down's nice. I do like the dry down a lot.
Dry down is spectacular. The dry down is where all the happiness and joy. It takes a man a while, some men, to actually have to cross through the opening notes. Once you're in the dry down, you're like, forget about it, this is awesome. Yeah. But those opening notes, you said cinnamon, but I don't think there's any cinnamon in there.
Yeah, but it's got something spicy to it.
Right.
But I don't know what the spice is.
Opening notes are bergamot oil, lemon oil, orange oil, peppermint oil, pink pepper, and absinthe. Then in the heart, you're looking at allspice, clove, jasmine, lavender, iris butter, and rose oil. And then in the base, you're looking at cedarwood, tonka bean, vetiver, and white musk. For me, it's the clove. You said cinnamon.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a spicy opening. I find that the clove really kicks in hardcore. It's in the heart, but I'm picking that up in the opening. And that clove, it almost feels dentist-like. I mean, I know that's a bit extreme, but there is it's a sharpness to it. I find that clove really pops.
What is the, Viking, where does that come from? Like how does this kind of relate to this perfume?
That's a good question. Anyone out there who might know, why did they call this Viking? I had a friend of mine who actually said that that the fragrance is, the opening of it is, think of those Vikings coming off. They've been out at sea. There's a mixture of the cedar wood from the actual boat. There is, I guess, a griminess to them. There's a sharpness, there's an astringent sort of smell to them. But then when they finally land on the shore, it's the forest and it's all those components that are in the base that make it, the fragrance. But why Viking? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
I think my idea when I was thinking about that was with that spicy smell. I think it's a great winter smell to wear during winter. And Vikings, where they're from. It gets really cold, and I think this is a great winter perfume.
This is a spectacular, you know, I think there's a misunderstanding. Some people sometimes put this as a summer fragrance. I find that for summer, it's very heavy. On a hot day, this, for me at least, all right?
No, I agree too.
It's a heavy fragrance. I think the spices, the woods in there make it really a bit, it's too, I find, not cloying, but I find it's really a very...
And to me, it doesn't make sense for summer also. You know?
As a winter fragrance,
Awesome.
Awesome, man. It lasts so well. Look, if you're gonna, if you like the sort of the Viking vibe, then Viking Cologne, if you haven't come across that yet, Viking Cologne, spectacular for summer. But Viking itself is just a perfect winter fragrance.
Okay, so I think for this smell, it doesn't have the greatest presence. I think it's a great body scent, body smell for yourself to smell.
I disagree.
And so for me, I think you could last for 2 sprays, could last you about maybe 5 hours.
So my wife loves when I wear Viking. And she picks up on this fragrance. I find that the sillage on this is between a moderate to high. I actually get really good projection out of this. When I'm wearing it, obviously I'm picking up, but also those around me are also picking that up too. The other thing too is that you were testing this over summer. It's warmer here now, and the days have been warmer, and I think that
I never got tested during winter.
I don't think it performs that well during summer. Winter, this is when this fragrance really comes alive.
Yeah. Well, then probably change my mind during winter.
Yeah.
But sadly, I haven't got to try it during winter.
For me, 5 to 6 hours comfortably out of it. I can smell it from here, man. I'm picking up you.
Yeah, I can smell it pretty good too.
Yeah. I'm going to put forward Aventus Cologne as, I like this fragrance. I find that this fragrance has awesome longevity. What do you think of that? Now, early on, I sprayed Aventus here. So I've got Aventus on.
Yeah.
And I've got the cologne. Now, for those who may not be aware, so there is an eau de cologne as a style of perfume. Eau de colognes normally have, I think, about 2 to 5% of alcohol. This is a cologne style fragrance, meaning that it is high in citrus, normally has some herbal sort of components to it in the heart, but it's a parfum. So this is actually, the concentration of oil on this is probably around the 20 plus sort of area.
I think it does have that fresher opening than the normal Aventus.
I find that for me, so it has like a mandarin on the opening note. I find that it has a stronger citrus opening to this particular fragrance. As a summer fragrance, I've been wearing this, as I said, it's been warmer here in Melbourne. I've been wearing this as my summer fragrance, and it is awesome. When I sweat...
Aventus is a great summer perfume.
When I
sweat... Or Aventus Cologne, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Aventus as a winter perfume is fantastic. It's almost like sunshine in a bottle in winter. In summer, it's a bit too heavy, I find, for my nose. The base, cedarwood, the ambergris, these notes, I tend to be a little bit heavier and play really well over winter.
Yeah.
Over summer, I think, to my nose, it's just a little bit on the heavy side. Whereas Aventus Cologne,
a bit more on the fresher side.
Glorious on summer. The warmer the day is, the more this baby shines.
Yeah.
The more she projects. It just makes me happy. It's just a really glorious, happy fragrance. People around me are definitely picking it up. It's a vibrant fragrance. I own Aventus, but I love Aventus Cologne for summer.
More? Do you like it if you could put
in summer? 100%. I won't reach for Aventus.
Yeah.
Whereas I reach for this constantly when it's warmer. So my wife loves Aventus, but she picks up more when I'm wearing cologne or the Aventus Cologne than when I'm actually wearing Aventus. Opening notes, you're looking at pink pepper, ginger, and mandarin. Then in the heart, it's vetiver, patchouli, and pineapple. Finally in the base, birch, styrax, and musk. We were talking off camera.
Well, the question I was asking, so in the Creed lineup, it seems like there's only 2 colognes. We've got a Aventus Cologne and a Viking Cologne. And it's just weird to me, kind of like, you know, why these 2? I get Aventus maybe, but with Viking, it's a bit of a different question. You know, it's not the most popular one, so why would you make cologne off probably not the most popular one compared to the others? So
this is my take on it.
Yeah.
But it was a good question that was raised, as I said, off camera. If anyone wants to add their two cents to the conversation, feel free. My take on it is that both Viking and Aventus are really good winter fragrances. Yes, they perform well in summer, and you can wear it in summer. I mean, Aventus really, I find, is a really good all year round fragrance. However, in my books, it performs really solid in winter. So Viking is awesome as a winter fragrance. So I'm gonna say that they released the two colognes, Aventus Cologne and Viking Cologne, as a support to summer. So you are familiar with those DNAs. Having said that though, I find that the Viking Cologne doesn't really share very similar DNA to, I find that it's a separate fragrance. I find that it's its own standalone, whereas Aventus, it definitely has the
same DNA.
The DNA. Yeah. If you're interested in these particular creeds or any of the other creeds, you can go to Libertine Parfumerie. The code is NFC, and they will provide you with a gift with purchase valued at $120, which is basically samples from their different collections.
That's a wrap. Please feel free to comment your favorite perfume out of these two. I want to hear what you guys have to say about these two. Sadly, this is our last time of doing the Creed lineups, but the next episode we'll be doing our top 6 within the Creed lineup and which ones would add to our own collection. So I hope you guys will come along and see which ones you like. And then please comment also the ones your favorite Creed lineup.
Thanks everyone. That was awesome, by the way. I was making a mess of it. He took over. We'll see you guys on the next episode.